I want to, in the future, be able to take care of my family, retire my parents, be the first of many. I bumped into trading and I was like, yeah, now I need to take this risk. When I made my first 5 figures, it really rewired my brain to think that, yeah, this is possible. The most important thing in trading is how strong are you as a person? How psychologically strong are you? There's more to life than just succeeding by yourself. Now, if I succeed, I want all the people around me to succeed as well.
Join the Wayond community for giveaways, discounts, and weekly live sessions.
My name is Asim, also known as Ads, and I am a 7-figure funded prop firm trader. Growing up in Edinburgh was different. It's a very peaceful city. Not much happening, it's not really active. I would say it's easier to stay locked in because there's not much to do there. But the only sort of con in Edinburgh is that there's not a lot of like-minded people. Everyone's kind of normal. They're happy being average. But whenever you go around the world, you're always meeting new people, connecting with different people. But the thing with Edinburgh is everyone keeps themselves to themselves, so it's hard to interact with certain people. My dad told me, don't live with regret. So everything now that I wanted to do, I didn't want to live with regret. So I wanted to do football back in the day, but I was very lazy. I didn't end up continuing football, and then I just, I always had that sort of guilt that if I stayed at football, I would have been much better now. So then I discovered trading, I bumped into trading, and I was like, yeah, now I need to take this risk, because then in the future, I'll probably end up living with regret. Growing up in a council estate, which is a low-income household, was difficult at times, I'm not gonna lie, because it sort of made me think that all this wasn't actually possible. Because within my family are originally from Algeria, so they came to the UK, so like their kids, so us would have a better life. That kind of like shaped me to think that now I want to be the first. I want to, in the future, be able to take care of my family, retire my parents, be the first of many, and hopefully influence all my other family members and all my friends as well, and just be a sort of trend starter, because a lot of people are scared to sort of take that risk. A lot of people are scared to start something new, especially if they don't know any of their family members that are making X amount of money. I know a lot of my friends that already have uncles that are lawyers and deal with big cases. I know a lot of my other friends that have cousins that are boxers and all that kind of stuff. But with me, I don't know anyone like that. And all I know is just people that know other people, if that makes sense. I sort of was placed in this position. I've got this sort of vision, so I have to stay locked in and sort of chase my dreams. Back in the day, there wasn't trading, there wasn't e-commerce, there wasn't all these online businesses. So now my parents moved so we can have a better life. But then, yes, I did go to university, but then I found another dream. I found another passion, and the passion that I had for university just left. And I couldn't control that, but my parents really wanted me to stick at university. So what I then done was I took a gap year, and I made the sort of promise that I'm gonna go back to university after. Deep down, I knew that university was like the last option and that I needed trading to work. What I then done was, there's no point in trying to change your parents' mindset on something. If they move to a country for you to go to university, their mind is already programmed. You're just saying a bunch of words. You would rather give them results. So I got a lot of, bother. I got threatened to get kicked out of the house. I faced a lot of problems. So the only thing I had to do was get the results from trading. So then I'm able to be like, okay, you think that I'm doing nothing? Here's the results. And sort of be there to help them as well, so they can actually see it's legit. Because all these online, influencers and all these online ads and stuff that you see, they could be fake. And that's what they probably think, because, when you're growing up, 30 years of your life and all you know is university and education and that's it, it's very hard to rewire your brain into thinking that you can make 10x your money just by using your phone. I kind of just had to make trading work and then be like, okay, I'm able to help you guys out now. I'm able to show you guys results. Then they became way more sort of, relaxed, knowing that their son is doing something that's beneficial and something that is able to change their life. Because at the end of the day, our parents just want what's best for us. The moment that I knew that trading is going to change my life was when I started making prop firms back last year in October. So even though them payouts didn't get accepted, it was still money that I made. And I knew if they did get accepted, the money would have came into my account. But it was until this year, during March, when I made my first 5 figures. A lot of people, when they start trading, they'll trade for like 9 months, 10 months, and then make payouts. But it's always like small payouts, like 1 to 2%. Nothing wrong with that. But then they sort of don't have that experience that allows them to just end up making mad payouts. So for me, even though it took me way longer to make payouts, my first payout was around 4K. My second payout was around 5.5K. So that's basically 5 figures as it stands. But then that month, it really rewired my brain to think that, yeah, this is possible. Because in a job, when you work a normal part-time job, full-time job, graduate from university, how much do you make? Around 3K? But that's 3K of you putting in like 30 hours a week. With trading, with Wi-Fi money, yes, you might, when you add up all the hours that you've put into the markets and whatever business that you're doing, yes, it might add up to 30 hours, but you're working from wherever you are. I'm here in Dubai, I've been here for 2 weeks, but I've still made money that it would take me like probably a year and a half to make during my part-time job. But all I'm doing is I'm using the skill that I taught myself, well, not really taught myself, but I got taught, but refined it for myself for the last 3 years. But now I'm reaping the benefits of sticking at one craft, not being a jack of all trades, you know, mastering one thing and one thing only and just rinsing and repeating. Rewinding back to March, I started receiving consistent payouts. I felt invincible. I became sort of complacent. I forgot what actually allowed me to get the payouts in the first place. So then at that time, like 3 months after I started getting my consistent payouts, I then got around 15K in payouts rejected. And then the trade I took after that, I ended up hitting stop loss. Trading is all about psychology. That messed up my psychology really badly. And no trade setup was appearing after that. So what I then done, I went back to my old roots. And going back to your old roots, you already know what's gonna happen. So I went back to my old roots, I started trading gold again, and I stopped trading gold for a particular reason, because I have this tendency of just over trading gold and I don't know how to sort of manage my emotions because there's a lot happening. I'm more of a sort of patient trader. The reason why I swing, I like to sort of think about what I'm gonna do. With gold, there's so much happening, the volatility is crazy. So then I thought I was gonna fast track myself back to the 15K in payouts and redeem it all as if nothing happened. I blew it, it was $500,000 that I had. I blew it all, and it was with really good prop firms as well. Prop firms that will pay you out, and prop firms that aren't the cheapest as well to buy. Even though that happened, I wasn't too harsh on myself. I knew that that happened for a reason, and it taught me a lesson. The thing in trading is you might do the most stupid thing, like you might do the most degen of things, but that may be the lesson that you need to learn. That may be the lesson that you need to teach yourself, so then in the future, you don't do it again. So that happened, it taught me a lesson within myself, and then after, I think it was like a couple hours after that, sort of all the accounts got blown, I learned that skill, mastering the skill, or having the skill is the most important thing, because no matter what happens to you, you can then go back and acquire everything that you lost just because you've mastered the craft. So after you've mastered your craft, I think after that, it took me 2 weeks. Price action was good, so it was on my side. So 2 weeks, I bought, it was around 700 or 800K in evals. I then passed them all again, and then a month after, I went back and started getting payouts again. Managing my community during that whole entire loss, no one knew that this happened. I kept it all to myself because I'm a strong believer of keeping your dopamine inside of you. Because I could easily go back to my community and say this happened and then be like, I'm gonna get my funding back, this and that. But I would have rather just kept it to myself. So then after, in this position now, I've got a story to tell, you know? So I had at that time around 800 members. No one knew. But what I kept doing after that was just post my same analysis and act as if nothing happened, because you control your mind. Your brain, you control it, okay? A lot of people allow their brain to control them, and that's the worst thing that you could do. So I found myself in a position where I was in control of my brain, but the only way I was able to do that was having strong conviction, having belief in myself that this was just a minor lesson, minor setback for a greater comeback. I allowed myself to sort of not care as much. And what does it all stem back to? Knowing the skill. Because then I think the week after that, I ended up hitting a mad swing trade. And it was like a 1 to 3 RR, so many different accounts passed. A lot of my members as well passed their accounts. And it allowed me to feel like nothing actually happened. And this was just a step back. You know, the way I like to think of sort of making mistakes is, even in trading, when you're in an uptrend, what happens? We'll say uptrends, higher highs, what then comes? Higher lows. And then higher highs, higher lows. What happened to me was I was on an uptrend, all I had to do was just go to a higher low. But a lot of people will fail when they go to the higher low, or when they drop, where they make mistakes, where they blow everything that they had, where they find themselves, going back to their old habits. It's all a lesson for you to sort of strengthen your mind, strengthen your psychology. And I'm all about sort of my aim in trading is not just to trade for myself and be able to help and trade for others as well. Not trade for others as in trade their accounts for them, but as sort of help them and teach them how to trade. But the only way I'm able to do that is if I actually genuinely make so many mistakes to the point that if any of my students come up to me and be like, I've made this mistake, I've made that mistake, I'm able to sort of go down to their level and be able to relate with them. But a lot of people want to start something and find themselves becoming successful straight away. But then you want to have a story to tell. You want to have character in the game. The most important thing in trading is it's not the strategy. It's not sort of how you are as a trader. It's how strong are you as a person? How psychologically strong are you? And if you're psychologically strong, then you'll find yourself staying in this game and being successful throughout the whole time. Helping my parents and retiring them in the future is so important to me because they're the ones that raised me up. So if they're raising me up to become the person that I want to be, then I have to give back. Being successful myself is not enough. I'll hit good trades, I'll pass accounts, I'll make good payouts. But within me, that's not enough. I don't want to be successful myself. I want to help the people around me, especially my parents. Because at the end of the day, my parents are the reason why I'm here today. And they're the ones that raised me when I was a baby and were patient with me when I was young. Because I wasn't really the easiest of children, the easiest of people to raise up, easiest of kids. I was a very hard-headed person. But now, of course, I've calmed down, I've grown up, I've become more mature. So the least I can genuinely do is give back to my parents. If money wasn't part of the equation, the way success will look to me is helping other students or helping other traders become as successful as I am. And that's not me being like, oh, look at me, I'm successful, I've acquired 6 figures in capital. No, that's just me giving you, facts. So the way I would look at it is me being successful. It goes back to, retiring my parents. Me being successful is not enough. I would like to retire my parents. I would like to teach other traders and allow them to acquire, 6 figures in capital. Me succeeding by myself, me hitting take profits, that's like the least. I started my bootcamp now a month ago, and now 2 out of my 6 students are already funded, and they've came from a completely different strategy. That really fills like a void within me. When you're profiting from these prop firms and, acquiring your sort of dreams by yourself, I feel like it's not selfish, but there's more to life than just succeeding by yourself. I know a lot of people are wired differently, but the way I like to think of things is, now if I succeed, I want all the people around me to succeed as well. I'm not going to gatekeep certain information just so I'm successful myself and that I'm always above other people and this whole sort of pyramid scheme. Anyone that comes to learn from me, I'm not going to gatekeep anything, and that will then allow them to learn from me, learn from my mistakes, and go out there and, the world's their oyster.